Hair loss is a problem for quite a lot of people. There are several factors that can affect the problem of hair loss, including genetic factors, environment, lifestyle and also habits. Of course, no one wants to have hair fall out. But, without realizing it, some of us often do some habits that actually trigger hair loss. Here are 12 causes of hair loss that you can avoid. Shampooing with hot water. Shampooing with hot water can make the pores of your head dry. In addition, shampooing with hot water can also reduce the production of natural hair oil. This can make the hair become dry and brittle due to damage to the roots of the hair, which will make the hair more easily fall out. Too often in bleach. Hair that is bleached too often will be more easily broken. Bleach damages the hair cuticle, which makes hair strands more fragile. Therefore, too often bleaching is one of the things you need to avoid if you do not want hair loss. Pulling gray hair. Have gray hair started to pop into your head, and you started pulling it out? Apparently, pulling gray hair is a bad thing on the strength of the hair. When you pull the hair from its roots, you can damage the bulbous, which can prevent the hair from growing back normally. Wrong diet. Did you know that your diet also affects the health of your hair? Lack of protein intake can make your hair fall out. When the body lacks protein, the body will take protein from the hair. Of course, it can reduce protein in the hair. You can eat protein-rich foods such as fish or nuts to maintain the health of your hair. In addition, foods that cause hair loss include junk food, excess sugar consumption, and alcohol. Wrong when drying hair. When your hair is wet, you need to be extra careful. Friction caused when drying hair using a towel can damage the hair cuticle and increase the risk of breaking and falling out. Therefore, dry the hair by patting only, no need to swipe. Tying your hair too tight. Avoid tying the hair too tight, because it can have a bad impact on the health of the hair follicles due to excessive pressure. Excessive pressure on the hair follicles can cause injuries that make permanent damage and make the hair no longer grow. Scratching your head. The habit of scratching also the head can be a cause of hair loss. Because, scratching the head can cause damage to the cuticle. Damage to the cuticle can trigger hair loss. If the scalp is itchy, find the cause of the itch. That way, you can handle it appropriately. For example, if itching is triggered by dandruff, you can use shampoos that contain zinc, selenium, tea tree oil and other ingredients that can eliminate the fungus that causes dandruff. Frequently exposed to heat from hairdressing tools. Heat from hair dryers, catokins, curlers, and other heat-producing hairdressers can damage hair proteins that make hair cuticles unprotected. This affects the moisture of the scalp and hair, which ultimately also affects hair loss. Reduce the use of hairdressers that produce heat. If you have to use a hairdryer, katokin, or something else, do not forget to always use heat protectant first. Rarely or too often shampooing. Rarely shampooing can make mushrooms thrive on the scalp, while too often shampooing can decrease the production of natural oils in the hair. Both are not good for hair health and can increase the risk of hair loss. Therefore, you just shampoo one time a day only if your hair is thin. No need to shampoo every time you take a bath. Meanwhile, you just shampoo once every 2 to 3 days if your hair is thicker, curly, with a dry scalp. Combing from top to bottom. Maybe this seems trivial, but the way you comb your hair can trigger hair loss. When you comb your hair directly from base to tip, especially when it is tangled, the pressure exerted to the roots of your hair can make your hair fall out more easily. You can comb the lower hair first until it does not tangle anymore, then slowly rise to the top. Smoke. Smoking can also have an impact on hair loss. Blood vessel circulation is not smooth because cigarettes make blood production to the hair follicles become hampered as well. Stress. Stress can affect hair loss, especially in men. When men experience stress, the production of the hormone testosterone and dihydrotestosterone increases and seeps into the hair shaft, causing thinning. In the end, the hair becomes damaged and falls out.